Indiana elite point guard, Purdue commit Luke Ertel has been turning heads on the Adidas circuit playing for Indiana elite. I got some quotes from Adam Finkelstein, who's a really good, really does the scouting for 24/7 Sports. Also
Mhm.
does some insider stuff for CBS Sports. And look, I am I am avidly on the Twitter sphere, the X sphere, whatever you want to call it. And I follow a lot of recruiting guys just to make sure, keep up to date on what's going on in the circuit and everything like that. I can't find myself scrolling for a long time without seeing somebody talk about this Luke Ertl kid. Right now, we talked about him back on the channel a while ago when we were like, why is Painter offering this unranked small, maybe even a football player? Like he might
Mhm.
play football. He has a football profile. Why is Painter recruiting this guy so early? This, that, and the third. Once again, Painter just stuffing me in a very large locker because I'm a very large human being. Luke Ertl has been one of the more productive players on the circuit. He's averaging 21 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and it recently stated that he's now focusing full time on basketball. So he's a pretty good football quarterback prospect.
Mhm.
But he will be focusing on basketball full time. He has now found himself, I think, in the 130s on 24/7 Sports after being unranked. I would bet a good amount of money that he finds himself in the top 100 when the next cycle of these rankings come out. But Ralph, I guess I'll throw it to you. Is Painter doing the Painter thing again?
Yeah, Penner's doing the Penner thing again.
Classic. Okay. Yep. He
Yeah,
he did he did it again, huh?
yeah, a underrated point guard in the state of Indiana just seems to be Matt Painter's type. If you're not 7'4", he's got two particular types, and this is something that him and that staff has been really good at identifying talent, even if it's not the most highly rated throughout their tenure at Purdue. And so to get in early here and essentially have your heir apparent to Braden Smith at the time you're going to need an heir apparent to Braden Smith, I think bodes well for the state of Purdue's program overall. Not that it's in a bad place or anything like that, but there is going to be some drop off no matter what when Braden Smith leaves. Just like there was some drop off last year when Zach Edey left. You can't have a player who means that much to you and is that good and have there not be a drop off. But with Ertl coming in the fold and how well he's playing, I think, can have some hope that that drop off is not going to be huge and not be long term. I don't want to like throw the Braden Smith comparison on him because I think they're two different players, and I don't know if expecting somebody to be one of the Big Ten's all time assist guys and one of the best point guards in Big Ten history are fair expectations to put on a high school senior. Quite frankly, that being said, it would not shock me if he had the same kind of impact as a freshman, where there are these huge question marks coming into the season, and then by December, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Purdue's got a good point guard."
Yeah, I think so too. And look, I think obviously it's hard not to do the whole like, oh, the Braden Smith thing, right? Like he's the next Braden Smith, undersized, really good guard, doubted, state of Indiana, grew up there. Painter finds him, kind of a guy in the rough, I guess I must say.
A lot of parallels there.
Lot of parallels there. The one thing I'll say though is that I think they're different and not like in a bad way, I guess. It's just because I think their games are a little bit different. I think Luke
Right.
Ertl is just a bit
Right.
more like go get mine, like get a bucket type guy. Like he's a lefty, he's crafty. I think like obviously he doesn't have the size of this guy, but like like the craftiness of like Tyler Kolek with the floaters and like the mid range.
Yep.
Luke Ertl's like a 6'1" version of that, right? And that's an all-American level point guard. That's a point guard that
Yeah.
as good as Braden Smith, but it's a good point guard who I think can, obviously the comparisons are going to be made, but Luke Ertl is a guy that, I'm watching him on the Adidas circuit, and he's going up against these guys that are ranked higher than him, and he ends up being one of the better guards on the floor. And I think that could be a theme that's leading forward. And, as a Michigan State fan, hurts me to see once again Purdue's just going to stay healthy. Purdue's going to be good. He ain't Braden Smith, but not everybody can be Braden Smith. And even if he's not Braden Smith, you're still looking at if you're Paint, I have my next lead guard that I think
Right.
I can develop, have him here for a couple years because I don't think you got to worry about Luke Ertl going to the NBA or anything like that at his size. So you have 4 years of this kid who you got in on early who's got the pride of Indiana on his back, and he's going to be playing in Mackey, and I think he's going to be a very productive player.
Yeah, he has the athletic profile of somebody who is more of a college player than a pro player. Not that he won't get there, but I like to your point, he's somebody who's going to at least spend multiple years in school. And he is not like a playmaker extraordinaire like Braden Smith is. He is not that passing savant like Braden Smith is. So Purdue is going to look different, but he is a true lead guard, a reliable lead guard. He just has a little bit more of the scoring aggressiveness and the scoring focus, I would say, than Smith does. And I know sometimes Purdue fans and even you and Greg on the channel just want Braden to try to score more because that's better for Purdue and he's good at it. But he is just so focused on getting others involved. Ertel's the kind of guy who watching him play is more, I need to get a bucket. He's more focused on the mindset seems to be more focused on that than getting others involved. Again, not that he doesn't get others involved, not that he doesn't make plays for others, but the scoring aggressiveness is there first, which I think is probably a good thing given what we've seen him do in the high school circuit. It's just Purdue's going to be another iteration than what it has been the last 4 years.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think the scoring prowess is definitely going to be there. He's an aggressive kid. I'd also like to throw it out there that Luke Ertel wears like 3X jerseys, which kills me because he looks shorter than 6'1" in a lot of his clips. I encourage Indiana Elite, really good program, to get my guy a jersey that fits, man, because he's got like 3X jersey and shorts out here. I don't know if he's trying to bring back the old school, but it makes my guy look small.
Well, we're okay bringing back the style as long as it's not shorts down your ankles and different things. We're okay with that.
Hey, I like it. Has his own set of swagger. He's a really fun player to watch. I'm excited to see what he does for the rest of the summer. And yeah, Paint did it again. Congrats to Purdue.